Good day, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Haven. Now you got your money in the bank. The other big question is, how long would it last? Today I'm going to talk about mine and my friend's experience on some static expenditures in Sydney. First up is accommodation. When I came back from uni, I stayed on campus in a college. My college provides cleaning and meal services with a single room and shared bathroom facilities. It costs me around Australian dollar 280 per week for a total of 44 weeks. Periods between academic years do not have catering and cleaning services, so it would be cheaper if you choose to stay in a college too. Some universities offer single or shared apartments ranging from Australian dollars 460 to 650. However, no catering or cleaning services will be available. If you decide to rent something at the start, the rent depends on the area. The standard is closer to the city or the beach, the higher it is. For example, in a beach area, a single bedroom unit would cost you from $400 to $600 per week, depending on the build and the location. And a two-bedder could cost you between $600 to $1,000 per week, also depending on the build and location. If you live further away from the city, the rent will be cheaper, but it will also depend on the popularity and convenience of the area. For example, a more developed and central area like Chatswood in the north would be more expensive than Eastwood. A two-bedder in Eastwood can be around $350 to $550 per week, but the same could cost you $450 to $750 easily per week in Chatswood. Also, renting will usually require 4 weeks bond plus rent at the start. Of course, if you are renting a room from another tenant, it is a whole different story. In this video, I'm avoiding the murky water of secondary tenancy. I will cover buying properties in a separate video, so stay tuned. If you are renting, you won't need to pay for water as it is covered by the lease, but you will need to pay for electricity and gas. I mean, if the place uses gas cooking. My place is electricity only, so as a single person, my electricity bill is around $300 to $400 per quarter, depending on my use. So rounding it off is about $100 or so per month. As for internet, my current package is with a major company, and it includes my internet and 2 mobile devices. It costs me around $150 a month. And please note that my internet is a high-end plan for maximum download and upload speed. There are cheaper plans available. For mobile phones, it depends on your usage. There are low usage plans for 10 gig of data with unlimited talk and text for around $40 a month. Plans can go all the way up to $90 or above. If you want a plan with a phone, that would be more expensive. Some of my friends use prepaid services ranging from $10 to $30 top up per month. My recommendation is always look for prepaid plans that can roll over unused data and talk and text time. Transport costs varies according to the distance traveled and mode of transport. From my area to the city, for a 30-minute bus ride, it costs me around $3 one way. But if you transfer to another bus or return home on a bus within an hour, there are no extra costs. However, if you transfer from a bus to a different mode of transport, like the light rail or a ferry, it is not free, but you receive a discount for the trip. Also, you got a discount traveling during off-peak hours. If you want to drive, you will need to have compulsory third-party insurance to get the car on the road. It depends on the company and the person applying for it. I'm paying around $440 a year. My comprehensive insurance is around $600 a year. Also, you will need to pay for registration, which costs me around $321 for a year for a small car. Further, cars more than 5 years old will require a check to obtain a pink slip before registration. That cost will vary according to the condition of your car. For petrol or gas, it depends on your usage and car. I drive a small car. During the period I drove every day for around 40k, it cost me around $120 per month. Nowadays, I don't drive that often anymore, so it costs me around $25 a month. Parking is usually expensive around the city, but at times you can find early bird or after hours parking that are cheaper. They will still usually cost you around $12 to $18 for a period though. Major shopping malls in the suburbs usually have around 2 to 3 hours of free parking, depending on the location. In terms of grocery, it depends on how big your family is. As a single person, my grocery is usually between $50 to $80 a week. However, bear in mind that a lot of times I buy items on sale if there are choices and the quality does not vary that much. My friend, who is married with 2 young boys between 6 and 8, spends around $135 to $200 a week, while my colleague who is married with 3 teenage boys could spend between $350 to $500 a week on grocery. I hope this gives you an overall idea about some basic expenditures in Sydney. If you have any questions or anything you want to know particularly, leave me a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss out any of my new videos in the future.